let's switch over, and it's time for our new segment, which I'm super pumped about. It's time for the Camargo Insurance Run Passer Boot. I love this. I love this drawing of our guy. This is Josh. This is Josh, our guy from Camargo Insurance, who, we talked about it, met up with him, and he's like, a long time Growl pal, been listening for a decade, way back to the old days, the HTPG and earlier days, and loves the podcast, loves kind of the stuff that we're doing here, all about the community that we kind of talk about, and was like, let's loved Run Passer Boot and the idea of us building this up. And so we came up with this. This is the judge and jury of all Run Passer Boot questions. You're going to send your questions to Josh at CamargoInsurance.com if you're Run Passer Boot questions, and he will choose from the best of them every single week and bring them up here for us. And we'll answer them here for you and all that stuff. A normal Run Passer Boot there, but there's a little extra, because look, Josh has been around forever. He loves Run Passer Boot, but it's more than that. When you work with Josh at Camargo on your insurance, they're going to be giving you the true concierge experience. No fluff or run around, just real one-on-one help. He's someone who gets it. He works with the best carriers in the industry. He can find the perfect coverage for your home, auto, and business and life insurance. What really sets him apart, though, is his mission to empower you to live your best life with confidence. Know that your coverage actually makes sense. Everybody needs insurance. You just don't think about it, whatever. You just want it to be with someone you trust. You know who we trust? Growl pals, dads. Dad, he's got a young family. He a great dude. And so this is the type of person you should be turning to. And also, it's not just that. He's like, I want to give gifts. I want to give to the Growl pals. I'm here to give to the Growl pals. So guess what? Make it a little more fun. Going to give away 2 tickets to the Bengals Ravens game. All you got to do is request a free, no obligation quote. No policy purchase necessary. Nothing. Just get the quote. It's a chance to win seats to Bengals Ravens. Make sure your coverage actually makes sense. There's a link to enter in the show notes and at our QR code down over there if you're watching on YouTube. Bengals Ravens tickets can be yours. Just look, go to the link, and if you have an RPB question, make sure you do it to Josh at CamargoInsurance.com, and he will pick the best of the group. Just giving back to the Grab Pal community. That's what I love.
Yeah, this is a great idea. And who doesn't like prizes? Everybody likes Run Passer Boot. Everybody likes prizes. Are we going to go right into it here with the first one?
Let's do it. All right. Yeah. So the first submission in the RPB from Josh is, what concern is the biggest risk to the team's success? Okay. Interior offensive line, pass rush, or secondary? Where you at? Where you stand on this?
I'm going to run with interior offensive line. I feel, other than a just huge rash of injuries, that's the only thing that can derail this offense. And yeah, you want the defense to be better. The defense was the reason they didn't make the playoffs last year, but the offense also started really slow. If you get Joe Burrow in this offense, what we saw the second half of last season for the entire season, I don't know what could go wrong on defense. I mean, yeah, you may not be playing for a top seed, but it feels like that this offense is good enough to get them to the playoffs. If the interior of the O-line is not what it needs to be, because that's, Joe Burrow doesn't want the pressure up the middle. That's where he struggles more so than coming off the edge. It just feels like that's the one thing that could really blow up this team's hopes. I'll pass on defensive line. Just because there's more question marks there. I'll boot the secondary. I'm kind of with Al Golden on this, that hope is not a plan. We know all that, but it feels like there's real talent there, and he's known for getting it out of them. And they've got, if a guy, maybe 2 backslides a little bit, you still have what's shaping up to be pretty good depth there. And young guys, Josh Newton 5th round, DJ Ivy 7th round. Those guys are playing above their draft spots right now in training camp. You like the hope that you have. So I don't see the the secondary being the problem that would derail this team. I think it would be the pass rush, but overall, all interior offensive line. And there's already questions with Lucas Patrick missing time now, so that's the one I think is the most likely to turn this season upside down.
Will Hernandez announcing he's officially cleared and available. Brandon Sheriff's still out there. That situation, obviously, he's still out there for a reason. So whatever that reason is, we'll find out. But there are options out there to shore it up. But I'm with you. I mean, I can't. I'm neck and neck with the interior offensive line and the pass rush because I think you can talk yourself into each one being a fatal flaw. But there's so much unproven with whatever's going to happen with Dylan Fairchild, Cody Ford. Fine, right? Like you'd like him to be your 6. We've kind of talked about that rather than be a starter. But the team likes him, and so I guess you trust that. I think interior offensive line, it has a little more questions. At least on the defensive line, you do have a couple of first-round picks and the runner-up for defensive player of the year under the assumption that Henderson gets here. So at least you have that. And you hope that can help things out a little bit. And yeah, they're banking on this secondary, but there's less questions back there. There are questions, but there's less than there is in the trenches right now, which is why these padded practices are so important. You know who has been at these padded practices? Mo Egger's been there.
Kinda.
And there he is. You've been there. I have proof. I liked you have a good setup. There's a tent, there's chairs. You guys look engaged. I'm into it.
Well, the padded practice, we've only had one, and midway through, everybody ran to the bubble, and we were told to leave. So we got through a half a padded practice, and we were told to leave because everybody was told to leave because of lightning and thunder. It wasn't like, we weren't like the guy that Jay wrote about who was cursing people out. We weren't told, hey, you got to go because you're doing the wrong thing. We were told because the weather is awful and you may die that you got to go. So I've been there for one padded practice and 3 other non-padded practices. It's been fun. I've always wanted to do it out there. It's been a good time. Bengals have been great to us, and I think the shows they've been fun for us. I'm not sure if they've been good, but they've been fun for us.
Mo, do you like winning tickets to things?
I do.
Do you enjoy free stuff?
Of course. I work in radio.
How great are people that come in and are like, I want to give free stuff to your listeners? Like that, those people are just the best.
We like those folks, yes.
We like those folks. So shout out again to Josh at Camargo Insurance. Go win your Bengals Ravens tickets. Giveaway forms in the QR code, the show notes. No obligation, quote, policy purchase necessary. Just go see Burrow Lamar. That's all you got to do. And maybe get some insurance that works for you. All the better. All right.